Good morning and welcome back to Miniature Monday here on Gaming with ADHD. It is February 10th and I've decided I need to get off my butt and do a painting stream. I have been neglecting this for way too long. I was looking through stats, and it looks like the last time I did a paint stream was on January 3rd. I also got a text message from a friend of mine the other day asking how my project for him was going. And, well, let's just say it hasn't been. So, guilt is a powerful motivator. We'll put it that way. Anyways. All right. So, anyways, here we are. We're gonna try something. I'll be honest. I think I've been a little bit paranoid about doing a paint stream because I've got the new desk, like the new, cutting mat is nice and clean. No paint spots on it. The layout isn't done yet. You can see I've still got the old paint rack. I've got the new paint rack. I've got, weird lighting. I don't know how. Oh, let me know how the sound is. Anyhow, needless to say, anyways, here we are. This is where I'm at. So, I definitely need to come up with a better microphone situation. But even with my new big desk, I've still got space at a premium. So we'll see. Anyhow, so what am I going to work on today? I'm going to work on BattleTech, Clan Wolf Beta Galaxy. It's my favorite. Yes, that's what it is. Wait. Seraphis, I'm gonna slap you. That's what's... You know what? I'm just gonna do my thing. I'm gonna do my thing. We'll see what people say, and we will go from there. Because reasons. Anyway, so as you can tell, I've actually got like the old dirty cutting mat down to make that a little bit better. I've got my chair. You know what? Let's try this. Haha! You can see my fancy basketball shorts. Yeah, I dropped my chair all the way down with this desk, but it fell too. Anyways, I have to because of the arms of my chair. Anyways, let's see. Man, I've got to figure out whole lineup and setup and how I'm gonna do this. Anyways, so where did we leave off? I've got a whole bunch of dark silver, so I'm gonna need some more of that too. Let's see how well this is gonna work. So I have a little a little lab mixer doodad. We'll see how well that works. Actually, I'm really curious if it's gonna vibrate the camera all over the place. It doesn't look like it's affecting anything, so that's good. Hey, Silent Mouse! Malachi, good morning, gents. Good to see you guys.
Y'all probably thought that I just fell off the face of the earth or something. Anyhow, all right then. I didn't notice any vibrations. Anyways, I'm kind of excited. Yeah, this has been a process. I'm liking it. Oh, that was. I'm liking the process. I've got most of what I need kind of situated. I'm sorry, Silent Mouse. Dude, you know, those have always been just kind of like weird times. Like I don't advertise them. I don't plan for a specific day. So I absolutely understand that, people that would like to watch don't necessarily get to watch. So, but with that said, you'd probably be shocked. And you can ask Seraphis, because he's been there. I haven't done horribly. It's very weird. I'm not sure how I feel about it. So, anyways, go check out the replays. They're still decent. They're not great, but they're decent. Anyhow. So, let's see here. All right. Okay. I'm a little cramped up against the bookshelf. I'm still really far away from the microphone, so I definitely need to come up with something better there. Sure, Silent Mouse, I'll do that for you. So please, let me know if there are any audio issues. I'm going to be speaking this way a lot, not that way towards the microphone. So, just warn me. I will be looking up. Oh, you know what? That's what I can do. Aha! Sorry, folks. So one of my plans has actually been to take. So like my pegboard has this bar thing on it, and I want to get like a little mini monitor, like literally as small a flat screen as I can get, and turn that into a monitor and have chat or something over here that I can control so that it's so that it's easier to work with. So anyhow, that brush is too small. Oh my gosh. Okay, you all know that I am not kind to brushes, but yeesh, my kids are worse. So it's kind of funny. I've been posting shorts. Yes, I realize a lot of them are repeats. Any of you that have been around here for a while know that that most of those have been up on shorts before, but I wanted a cleaner look. Hence why I went with, or that's one reason I got a new light box. I got a new turntable. The new turntable's actually quiet. You haven't missed nothing, Mundo. Good morning, sir. But since shorts have a really, really short shelf life, I kind of figured that, you know, as the channel has grown, people haven't necessarily seen them. And I've noticed a couple of interesting things. Number one, I developed like a Russian following. You know, I don't know anything more than I get a bunch of comments, and they're legitimate comments. It's not even like, you know, spam or bots or anything along those lines. It's like, you know, comments about the paint job or, you know, first or whatever. Anyways, it was just really funny that like it was just like a bunch of Russians. Like, okay. You know. The second most common comment was to thin my paints. I don't really have a heart to tell them that I'm probably not going to do that. I'm really bad at that. Like if I'm not seeing coverage, my brain is like, okay, something's wrong. You know, and doing like 3 or 4 layers always seems like the backwards way to do it. Anyways, so we'll see. But if you guys do see my shorts, throw a comment or something. Basically, like, I know I should ask for the YouTube stuff more often. Okay, I get that. I also don't want to be quote unquote that guy. You know, but I also want the channel to do decent. I mean, I think I've been doing good stuff. I think I've been putting up, you know, decent streams, decent videos when I get videos up. I still believe in my shorts. They're very comfortable. No, I still believe in my shorts, mostly because, like, I do think that so many people get intimidated by painting because, like, I can't do that well. You know, that's fine. Don't do as well as the pro guys. Do as well as I do. It's fine. You know, or work towards doing as well as I do. A, you've got to start somewhere. B, do it because you enjoy it. Do it because it makes you happy. Don't do it because, like, it has to be perfect. Because it won't be. And you'll be annoyed. I mean, that's one reason I don't go back and repaint stuff, because I was happy with it at the time. Why should I be unhappy with it now? You know? Anyhow, so if you see one of the shorts, if you could just comment, I would appreciate it. That way it just, and technically any video, because it does push it into the algorithm a little better. And while I'm not trying to live off of YouTube, I wouldn't mind. Exactly, you're wrong. Exactly. And good morning, sir. Welcome. So, anyhow, and also, you know, showing up for the streams, that's helpful. Yeah, it's now, admittedly, you know, just show up for stuff you like. I appreciate if you're here regardless, but I won't be upset if a topic just doesn't interest you. Like, I'm really trying to get topics and tangents going again. I missed last week. That was, oof. Last week was rough. Like, until today, I don't think I was getting more than like 3 hours of sleep at a stretch. Maybe a couple of attempts at sleep anyways. Like, I straight up skipped church yesterday. I was exhausted from working, and I had not been sleeping well the days prior. I went upstairs and passed out. Again, that's me, but I know, Mundo. Well, and Mundo will get this. I've been to the temple every day in the month of February. I still have to go today, but we have to run and do some errands anyway, so I was going to do it while we're out doing that. And, you know, as you know, that's usually like a 2-hour commitment. So, it is, it is definitely a thing. I use a weighted blanket as well. Like, oh, that's the worst. Like, I don't know if it's the ADHD that it helps with, or what. I don't know, but like, when I go places and then I don't have it, it's actually really annoying. So it's very strange. But yes, I do have one. Oh, and also, Mundo, part of the reason that I'm going every day for a month is because I also don't make time for it. So I did it once, and this year I'm like, you know what? I think it'll be fun to do it again. So I haven't missed one yet. But it's also kind of funny because all right. So for those of you who are like, what is Brian going off about? What the crap here? We have church, and we have the temple, and they do different things. But the temple isn't open on Sundays when you go to church. And it's also not open on Mondays. So the first was on Saturday. And then 2 days off. So it was really hard to start a habit this month. Which, it's difficult for me anyways. And now there's an extra wrench thrown in the mix. So that was kind of funny. But I've managed to do it. So here we are. But I'm also like, that's another reason that I haven't been doing painting streams as much. Is I have just been like, I've been burning the candle, like, not necessarily from both ends, but like with a blowtorch. Like last week I had 75 hours on the clock. Yes, I'm paid hourly. The week before, I think I had 55. Little bit of a brag here. Almost half of my income for the month, or not the month, let me rephrase that, for the year, has been overtime. So I'm working a lot. Usually at least 5 days, sometimes more. The crazy thing is, I haven't gotten sick from overwork. And I point that out because, like, my sick time capped out. So that was odd to deal with. Why does this feel so much brighter? Actually, that's a question for the chat. Like, visually, is this any better? Is it any worse? I mean, I realize there's some extra shadows in here. But let me know. And no, Mundo, I don't take family names because I'm lazy. Look, somebody's got to do the names that are already there. A little fuzzy. Well, I think I've got the focus dialed in. And autofocus is off on the camera, so I can't easily change that. Anyhow. Get their true names, it gives you power over them. Doesn't quite work like that, but sure. I will take a look. Well, let me rephrase that. I will try to take a look at that, Mundo. I might not. You know me. It's just one of those things that, like, I don't know, genealogy just has never really interested me. So I've never worried about that side. And like I said, somebody's got to do the other names anyways. So I offer myself as tribute. So, anyhow. And now the chickens are revolting. They must feel entitled to a snack or something. Like, seriously? These girls are still not paying rent. It's very annoying. You live in my coop, you eat my food, you can pay rent. Is that a problem? You know? Do. Anyhow, but yeah, so with 75 hours of time on the clock, that's partly why I have not been as good about doing my paint streams. I'm literally just trying to get enough sleep. We also did the Lego Cyberpunk build. That was fun. I like doing that. I'm waiting for them to come out with more sets, but I need to get the review of it done. So like the new setup, like, actually has enough room to get the whole building in, you know, and actually on camera. It also I got out some of the Cyberpunk Red combat zone miniatures that I've got painted up. I think that was last year, like last spring or something. Oh, that was a long time ago. Anyways, with those, I actually put them on the Cyberpunk building. And the scale's not quite right, but it's not bad. And let's just say that I am way more excited about I'm way more excited about doing a whole table of it than I was while I was building it. The answer to your question, Mundo, is no. No, I have not. They're close, but I've got I know I've got a lot of little details that I've got to pick out. Dude, I literally have not painted in like 5 weeks. Or should I say 38 days? I say 38 days because literally the last time I painted was January 3rd. And yeah, about that time is when I started working on my, well, not then, but like close to then was when I started working on my desk remodel. Well, no, we did the Lego build, or not Lego build, and and then I did the desk rebuild. And that was actually one thing I did say at the very beginning, so probably got missed by most people. Essentially, I got guilted into painting, which is fine. I'm not complaining. My friend who I'm painting these for, so I was supposed to have these done by the end of December. And I forget what excuse I made. Something came up. And just... Oh. Yeah. I needed more of this. And it was gone. Like, Vallejo paint has just been a pain to get. And so I just kind of stopped for a little while. I was working on other stuff. But then I didn't even get it finished I didn't even get these finished by the end of January. And so he messaged me the other day. So I'm now doing another lance of Black Widows for him as part of our deal. Because I didn't meet my deadline. So that's totally fair. It's totally fair. And this one we're just doing a trade for anyways. He just wants clan stuff. But most of Mercenaries was Inner Sphere, so essentially all the new clan stuff is on the table. And then he ordered a couple of Inner Sphere things, and he's giving me those in trade. I get the miniatures out of his Mercenary box, except for the Devastator, because he just likes it. Anyway, so he pinged me the other day, and he's like, yeah, so how are my mechs coming? And I'm like, oh, crap. So, like, I was saying to Seraphis, because he was the only one here. I've been a little bit paranoid about painting on the new desk because everything's clean and pretty and, you know, looks nice. But getting his text message is like, I need to bite the bullet. So this is partly an experiment. Because I've still got my, like, I was actually considering just ditching my paint tray. Like, here, I'll zoom out. So I've got my paint tray here, which, yeah, I've got the camera at a weird angle. I do not like this because I'd rather have it just straight down. But here we are. Anyways, so I actually realized, wait, I was just gonna get rid of this thing, which I have literally had for like 25 years now. But I was gonna get rid of it, and then I realized, wait, if I just put this down on top of the big cutting mat, then I'm not gonna ruin it. So, you know, here we are. Anyhow, I don't know how accurate that is or if it will work long term. But my new setup, I like it. I'm making all new paint racks, as you can see. Which sort of work. I don't know. I really want a new 3D printer. But I have new paint racks that are sized to actually hold my Pro Acryl paints. And then I've also got some others that are for the regular Vallejo or Army Painter style paints. But it's 3D printed, and so I can just make what I need. Mundo did put a good question in chat, everyone. Do you prefer clean and crisp models or grim and dark? Me personally, I go factory floor, as you all know. Like, when my stuff goes into battle, it was freshly painted and it is ready to go. But I also would argue that I haven't really learned like weathering and stuff. Maybe we can do that this year. Usually just a wash is good enough weathering for me. And I just realized with Mundo asking about my Space Marines, I'm not entirely sure of my order of operations for painting those. So that's going to be a treat getting back there. Oh, and starting tomorrow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna push it live tomorrow. So I'm doing some experimenting. I'm making some new shorts. So for my birthday, that's how far back this is going. Kim got me the Lego Batman animated series wall art, and it's gonna go like right there. But I haven't built it yet, but I've been building it. And I've been doing one bag at a time and recording it and then dropping it into a video editor, speeding it up, because they all come out to like 10 to 20 minutes somewhere. But I'll speed it up to get it under 3 minutes, which is what you need for a short. And basically just each day is just going to be the next bag in the build. So it'll take like a month and a half to see all of it. But part of the reason that I'm doing it is an experiment. You know, number one, to see how well it is received. And number two, all right, fair warning, channel's gonna have a bit more Games Workshop content on it. Not because I'm playing the algorithm, but the ADHD is playing with my algorithm. Anyways, so the reason I mentioned that is in the UK, yeah, you know, I went to England once, if you hadn't heard. In fact, I'm going again. But there's actually, you know what? It's not exclusive to England, but I haven't seen it here in the US in decades. Like, I don't know if any of you remember, like, when we were kids, you know, like, you'd see a commercial for, like, an encyclopedia, you know, and they'd give you the, like, the first one for $5. And then every month they'll send you a new one for $20, you know, and, you know, on and on until you have the whole set of encyclopedias. Anyways, those things are huge in the UK. Like, they still do those. Anyways, Games Workshop partnered with this company. They've been doing it for a few years now. And they'll usually toggle between 40K and Age of Sigmar. Yeah, exactly, Malachi. Exactly. And in the UK, you can get all this stuff at the grocery store. Like, it's nuts. While we were there, we went into grocery stores. We saw them there. I was looking through a bunch of them, and they've got like knitting, and they've got all like, you know, but you would get like a little magazine, and then like if for a knitting one, you'd get like a thing of yarn or some new knitting hooks or needles or whatever it is. Anyways, so a few years ago when they did it, like it was basically like Space Marines and Necrons, and then you got like 3,000 points of each. You know, it's like massive army. And then this year, well, and then they did an Age of Sigmar one. I haven't looked into it too much, but it's almost done anyways. But it goes for 90 issues. They are technically weekly, but they will only be sent once a month. So basically you'll get 4 at a time. And including shipping, it's like $80 a month. So it's not a huge expenditure, but it is not insignificant either. But I just thought it would be fun. And so I signed up for it. This one, they're doing combat patrols, which I think that size of game is more to my liking these days anyways. I don't want, a massive army that requires a tractor trailer just to get your army there. And yeah, hello Six World, good to see you, bud. And yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I was kind of describing Imperium, but yes, it is the combat patrol version. Yeah, and from what I understand, you end up saving, I want to say about like 30 or 40%. So like even better than you would get from like regular discount stores. But I'm curious to see if I can keep up with it. So Mundo, while under normal circumstances, I would not have an issue with that. The problem is my plan. Like, if you want them after the fact, we can talk. But I want to actually get them, build them, and paint them. I want to see if I can maintain the focus, maintain the interest level, maintain all of your interest level, to be honest with you. Because obviously I'd stream everything. Do reviews of the content, see if I can actually... Like, it's been a long time since I've literally just sat down and learned how to play a game. It's really frustrating. Anyhow, so to kind of loop back around, one of the things that I'd like to do, so like I'm doing the Batman art build. But I'm using it as sort of a test bed for a Warhammer miniature build. And I want to actually like I want to see if I want to see if it helps with growing the channel, diversifying some of the work that I'm doing, some of the interests that I have. Because then long term, it's different ways to do things. Because the build videos actually require a little bit more work. Because they're longer, I'm not doing them with my phone. Like all the miniature showcase shorts are just done on my phone. But all of these build shorts are going to be like they're actually recorded just using the same setup I've got here. So I am never signing that NDA. Games Workshop is welcome to send me whatever. I will gladly review it, cover it, whatever. I will never sign that NDA. Absolutely not. That is ridiculous and disgusting. Oh my god. Oh, you made me a little angry there. Oh. For those of you that don't know, basically it leaked a couple of years ago, I think. The NDA that Games Workshop makes content creators sign. Oh my gosh. That was gross and ridiculous. Ooh. Like I think it like you couldn't cover any other company's products. You couldn't say anything disparaging about Games Workshop, which then to me kind of defeats the purpose. It's like if you're sending it to me as a like I'm a content creator, I'm going to review stuff. You know, if I can't say your stuff is too expensive or the model looks like crap or whatever, then I'm not doing my job as a reviewer. Like in this particular case, or let me learn how to use words. Internal contract would make sense. I don't think that's what it is, though. At least I buy the suspicion that it's a standard YouTuber NDA. Like I mean, employee makes more sense. I just don't think that's what it is. I've dealt with Games Workshop long enough. none of it would surprise me, to put it simply. So, what was I saying? I don't remember. Short answer, I would not sign an NDA that was that restrictive. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So for some reason it got delayed. Like, it made it to my post office. But then it went to a different city's post office, and now it has no delivery date. So I'm very, very confused. Now it's at a... Why? What is it doing? I am very confused here. Like, are they returning it? What is happening? How? Can I call them and yell at them? Anyways, sorry, folks. So I was contacted by Mad Genius Games, I think. Oh, dang it, now I don't remember. ADHD in action, folks. Evil Genius Games. And they do a role-playing game called Everyday Heroes. Essentially, it's modern 5th edition. Okay, when they did 3rd edition D&D, they did D20 Modern, which was the same rule set but a modern setting. Evil Genius is 5e Modern. Now, Malachi, I don't know if I would say that they failed. Okay, I know there is some controversy out there. Okay. Like, dude's involved in crypto, but like, he got some big old licenses. Rambo, Pacific Rim, bunch of stuff. Dude has connections. Oh, you don't think the game did very well at... Well, I don't know. My point is, business-wise, I think they did okay. And you know what? It's gaming with ADHD. I'm willing to try all sorts of stuff. Oof, Malachi, I might have to... See, message me your concerns. Don't put it in chat. Just message me on Discord. Mostly because, like, I don't want spoilers in the chat. I mean, so far, it... Okay, that's a Seraphis. So, all right. So, what little reading I've been able to do so far, Malachi? Again, ADHD, distracted. There's, I'm plenty of disasters going on here. I think they did an interesting approach to it. Instead of one class per attribute, essentially there's one race per attribute or species, or because it's all humans. Everybody's a human. And so your race is based on the attribute. And then there's classes that each of those can have access to. I really hate that terminology in this particular case because I don't think it's right, but it's where we're at. Anyways, I thought that was kind of interesting. What I'm curious though, my long rumored not G.I. Joe game. There's supposed to be a military supplement come out this year sometime. And so I'm very curious to see how well it works in that regard. So anyways, I realized I was saying, well, I don't want to be locked down, blah, 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 and then here I am, I'm like, oh, let's be nice. But the guy's sending me a free copy of the book. I want to at least, give him an honest review, like, after I've read everything, as opposed to, like, right now where I've read a couple of pages, skimmed a bunch of other things, and I'm just talking with Malachi in chat. So that's why I'm quote-unquote hesitant about jumping in saying, oh yeah, this is great, or this is a problem, So we'll see. All right. Now the exciting part of cleanup. Oof, we've been going for an hour. Okay, I still need to work on those, but I'm actually okay. I have to actually stop. Because my disaster of a sleep schedule this weekend, we did not do our grocery shopping, so we get to go do that. But I'm also gross, so I gotta go clean up. Okay, I think that worked well. I've got to tweak a few more things. I've got to get some other stuff set in some better spots, fix camera angles and whatnot, but I think it worked well. If anybody's got any comments, concerns, suggestions on, I'm going to focus on the audio. Did I come through okay? Was I too loud, too quiet, whatever? Camera angles. Anyways, feel free to put anything in the comments, message me, etc. It's fine. All right. Starting Wednesday, we should have the last deep dive for Eberron, and then hopefully the week after we can do the adventure. So we've got that coming up. I do apologize, everyone, that I did not do topics and tangents on Thursday. I am planning on it this week. Last week was a bad week. So there's that. Obviously, I'm going to try and be getting videos out. I've got new setups and layouts, so
hopefully we can make this work. But regardless, I'm happy you are all here. I appreciate all of your time. Hit the like button. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, yada, yada, all the usual things. But with that said, I am going to go. Thank you for being here, and we will talk to you next time. Bye, everybody. Well, I haven't hit the end stream yet, Spud Crusade, but, I'll be back. We're doing this more. I need to get back in the habit. But now I'm going to end it. Sorry.